I'm just gonna push record and I'm gonna let this go. And the video will stop when I'm done talking. I don't know how long this is gonna be. I lately have been, and when I say lately, I mean like the last day or so, been questioning whether or not I was actually happy. See, a long time ago, I did a video on my old channel where I was addressing some of Asia's friends because they told me that I needed to get my shit together. So I did this video directed towards them that I'm not even sure they saw, but that's not the point. The point is that I did this video and I started rattling off all these things that I had. It's like, we've got 2 flat screen TVs. We've got an Xbox. You know, we've got laptops. Like, I started naming all this stuff. Like, that was me getting it together. Now, ironically enough, the 2 people who told me that we needed to get it together, they aren't even together anymore. They are long since separated. He moved out of the city, I believe, and she recently moved out of her mom's house and got an apartment. So, there's that. But I was thinking to myself, am I really happy? Or have I just conditioned myself to say, this is as good as it gets, you may as well make do? And it sounds like a simple enough question because at first glance you want to go, of course not. I'm happy. I mean, look at my family, look at my wife, look at my life, look at my job. Like, I'm happy. And it has nothing to do with stuff. You know, it's like nowadays I have more stuff than I've ever had. Right now I work a job where this is the most amount of money I've ever made from a job by any legal means whatsoever. And yeah, it's almost over. This job's going to come to an end on me real soon, and I'm not sure where we're going to end up come June 30th. I get that. But I'm still happy. And my apartment is small. You know, we've got a little 2-bedroom place, and we're having an honest conversation. Let's have an honest conversation. When we moved in there in 2013, the rent was $550 for a 2-bedroom, which in California is very reasonable. If you compare that to the fact that I had a 3-bedroom house in Detroit for the same price initially, puts in perspective that the cost of living in California is a little higher, but that was a good deal. And after a couple of years of having just $550 for rent, it went up to $645. And I was like, wow, okay, no, $625. And it was like, you know, that's not too bad. And it was that for about 6 months. And then it went up again to $745. And then they wanted $55 to pay water. So it had gone from $550 to $800. And I was like, that's still a lot. But it's still, you know, for where we are and what we do, it's not bad. Then just a couple of months ago, it went up again to $850. And it's like, how many times is this thing gonna go up? Like, but my apartment is small. Like my apartment hasn't gotten bigger since I started paying $300 more a month. It's no bigger, but for the price and the location and where we are, like, you know, it's still mine. You know, this is my little place. You know, we don't have a car. Sometimes it's difficult to get around. I rely a lot on my work vehicle, and this is not always going to be a thing. So I understand. You know, I don't have a lot in the way of material things. But as I was going over all of this in my head, it occurred to me that I was doing it again. I was trying to determine if I had gotten things together or if I was happy based on the things I had and didn't have. And that's just not a thing. You know, time out for whatever reason. I don't know why my truck does this. What happens is, after a certain point, it stops kicking out cold air for the AC. So I have to turn the truck off, wait a minute, and then turn it back on so it resets. I don't know. Is that all cars? Has it been that long since I had a car? I don't know. So I'm waiting for it to. There we go. Now my air is cool again. So I don't want to equate things I have with am I happy, because I am happy. You see, in 2008 I met a girl, and I decided that I wanted to marry this girl, and that became my driving force in life, was to get this girl and marry this girl. And you fast forward now to mid 2017, and not only are we married, we've been married for years, and she's happy. In 2009, my son was kidnapped by his biological mother. And suddenly, the only goal became get Kari back. Get out there, get him back. And I got him back. And I don't know if he fully understands how much that affected him or not. But now at 20 years old, he's well adjusted. He's happy. He's in a relationship he's been in for almost a year. Like, to me, that's the longest relationship, the longest committed relationship my son has ever seen. So I'm happy for him in that regard. He has all the things he wants and all the things he needs. Some of the things he wants. So I need to get out of the mindset of more stuff would make me happy, because it won't. If my apartment was bigger, I'd be happier. No, I wouldn't. I'd still be married to Asia. You know, if we had a car, I'd be happier. No, I wouldn't. I would just get around quicker. These things are conveniences. Truth of the matter is, I think my California king-size bed is actually too big for my bedroom. But that's not the point. The point is that every night I go to sleep next to the same person. And no matter what time of night I wake up, she's right there. And that makes me happy. I like that I can flip on a switch in my house at any given time and it come on. And I don't worry about it. Like, I don't dread if the power goes out for a minute. I go, oh damn it, I didn't pay the bill. They finally caught up to us. They shut us down. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna be living in dirt. No, I don't flip out, because I take care of things. You know? If like my Wi-Fi signal becomes intermittent for some reason and I can't really connect on my phone, my first thought isn't, oh my God, I didn't pay the bill, they're gonna shut us off. Like, that's just not a thing for me. If I get a knock at the door, and there used to be a time when I would knock on my door. No, sir. All right. Do I look like a Mexican girl? Really? Anyway. I used to get knocks at my door, and my first thought was, holy shit, they caught up with us. They're gonna give us an eviction notice. They're gonna put us out. We're ruined. But now I get a knock on the door and I'm just irritated, because I don't like when people come see me. I don't like when people knock on my door. Like, the level of contentment I have in my life is unparalleled right now. The question, at least to me, isn't am I happy or not? Because I am. I'm overly happy. Time out. I've been a supervisor now since February. I've been Folsom Gold now consistently for at least 2 months. Why would anybody else be here? What would possess a guy to walk up to me and think, oh, I thought you were the Mexican girl? Well, I'm clearly a big burly black man. Like, how often do you come see this person? Because I've been doing this for at least 6 weeks. At least. And it's just been me exclusively. But, whatever. I'm not concerned with the things that I have anymore. Like, I recently bought a PS4, maybe like 6 weeks ago, and I have not played a game on it yet. Like, we use it for Hulu, we use it for Netflix. Like, I don't, I don't play games on it, and it's just nice to know that if there's something I want, I can just go get it. I recently bought a Chromebook so that I could write while I was at work, and Kari's had it for like the last couple of weeks, and I've just been primarily writing on my phone. But getting the Chromebook didn't make me any happier. It's just stuff. What makes me happy is going home to my wife, who's got, oh, wow, I got gas. I had a Baconator. That's what that is. I come home to my wife, and she's got a warm meal for me and a foot massage, and she takes care of me. That makes me happy. Uh, I derive joy from knowing that my wife is happy. Like, my wife don't have to work. She can be at home. If she chose to work, she could work. That would be absolutely fine with me. But I like that I take care of things. This this is the happiest I've been. And it's not because of stuff. It's because of stability. Like come June 30th, all this will be gone. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I'll probably file for unemployment. Maybe G4S will move me over to another site, and that'll be that. I don't know. I don't know. But if for whatever reason something goes wrong and they don't move me and I don't qualify for unemployment, I'd still be happy because my relationship with my wife is stable. The relationship with my son is stable. We're a good group of people. We get by. If something happened, then it'd be all hands on deck, and we get back out there and we do the damn thing and we make it work because that's what we do. So the fact that I even turned on this video almost 13 minutes ago and started off with "Am I really happy?" is almost an insult to my life and the things that this family has accomplished with absolutely nothing. Know that we had zero help. Nobody was here to help. Every now and then Asia's mom would give us a ride, or she loaned me $20 till payday or something. But in terms of help, like literal assistance to get to where we are, nobody. It was all us. We all did it. Last summer, it was around this time last year, as a matter of fact, where all of us ended up at VF Outlet and we were struggling, and Asia was getting 15 hours a week, and me and Kari were getting like 20, and everything we had was going towards the bills. And we were happy. It was a crap job, but we were happy. We've always just been happy. And I'm glad that I'm now old enough to recognize that level of happipiness. That I don't need stuff. I don't need like, well, I have to have the new virtual reality headset that's $1,800, and if I don't get that, then I clearly can't be happy. I made a mess in my truck. I really did. Wow, it's quite the mess. Um, I'm very content with my life. I'm happy that I'm able to provide. I'm happy that my family has the things that they need. I'm happy that I was the one to be able to give it to them. It means a lot. And even when this is gone, there'll be something else. Because I can remember a time when I worked at DSP and I thought this is the epitome of easy. Like, it'll never get easier than this. And then I got this job and I was like, oh, this is awesome. It'll never get easier than this. Then they put me in a truck and I can't even begin to explain to you how grossly simple this job is. Like, this has got to be the most laid back, carefree gig. Even when it's a call and I got to go deal with something, it's usually for 15, 20 minutes out of the day, and then it's right back to just sitting here. I'm good. You take all of this stuff away and I'm still good because got my family. At the end of the day, isn't that what everybody wants? They let's go to school, get an education, get a degree, get a job, so that you can settle down and move into a place and be happy. It's like I did all those things. I just dropped out of college. I didn't get the degree that everybody said I needed to get this, but here I am, still happy. And that makes me happy. Like, it took me a long time to get here, but not only did I get here, I got here in my own way. I could have followed suit. I could have been a sheep. I could have conformed to societal standards and just did it the way they wanted it done, but I did it my way. And dare I say, I'm happier than the people who did conform. Like, I know people who I won't name names, but are just miserable with their lives. They've got a shit marriage, or they're in a shit relationship, or they're struggling with their bills because they don't have enough money to turn up. Like, once you get your priorities together, you're just happy. You're just happy to have your own. I'm happy to go home to my wife and my son. So to answer my own question, absolutely you're happy. Absolutely. There's no delusions here. I'm not tricking myself into happiness. I'm I'm not leading myself down a road is that where I settled. I'm just happy. I'm I have all the things that I could possibly need in life. And when you have that, everything else just kind of falls into place.